This video may contain spoilers for the following: Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Dragon Age 2. If you have not played the three of these games, I highly recommend you do before watching this video. Thank you, and let's get started. Hey guys, Raiden here, and welcome to my Dragon Age Top 5 Bosses video. It took me a while to decide what all of these would be because I played through every Dragon Age and I love them so very much, and there are so many to go through, but I narrowed it down to these 5, so I hope you enjoy. Once again, remember the spoiler warning. Number 5, the Arishok.
Here is your fight.
You dare? You are starting a war!
And you thought Sten was scary. Well, this guy is on a whole other level. The Arishok is a title given to the highest ranking military officer among the Qunari. He is an extremely brief character who misunderstands and dislikes most races. After showing up in Kirkwall, starting a whole new religious faction among them, and taking a seat of power in one of the districts, he's a force to be reckoned with. Upon seeing all the corruption in Kirkwall, he decides that it would be best to leave Kirkwall, but thanks to Isabella, who stole a precious Qunari artifact from them, he could not make the decision to leave. Instead, he decided to correct this corrupted place with his own hands. The Qunari Revolt. There are several resolutions to this, my favorite being the Arishok versus Hawk duel. It's a decently difficult fight, and it's pretty intense too, but for the first 5 times it probably just ended like this. Number 4, Loghain.
I passed your test. Fate has a twisted sense of humor, it seems.
People hate Loghain. After abandoning the battle at Ostagar, leaving many to die, he puts a bounty on the Grey Warden's head and sends Zevran to assassinate you. He takes the term, "the end justifies the means," to the utmost extreme, allowing How to capture and torture people, sending Joanne to poison Aemon, and even ignoring slavery. I can compare this character to Lelouch from Code Geass. Lelouch has made so many mistakes, and it has led so many people to die. Every time he does this, he truly reflects on the situation and learns from it. Loghain, on the other hand, just kinda says, fuck it, and continues to save the world in his own little way. The battle itself is yet another duel that the Warden may choose any of his party members, aside from the Mabari. Sorry, little dog, I wish I could bring you. To fight Loghain. The fight itself isn't too hard. He has a lot of knockdown type attacks, but, well, it's just best to do this.
I underestimated you, Warden.
I also found a really cool fan-made animation of Alistair fighting Loghain himself, but in my opinion, Alistair looks a little Biebery. Number 3, the Envy Demon.
With your glory, now I know one.
Dark and desperate, death to make yourself alive. I used to be like you. I'm not anymore. You shouldn't be either.
The reason I like the Envy Demon so much is the premise. It's such a simple but awesome premise to me. The Envy Demon is a demon that will find someone that they wish to become or that they feel is full, usually a leader or a king or someone of the sort. Then the Envy Demon will stalk that person, maybe for a week or 2 or even months. And when they finally feel that they've learned enough about that person, they will assume their identity. And by assuming their identity, I mean they transform into that person. It is said that it's near impossible to distinguish one from another, the real from the fake. But soon the fake could become the real by slaughtering the other. I think this premise is really, really cool because no matter what happens to the Envy Demon, no matter how much power it gets, once again, it's envy, so it's never sated. every time they find a position that they like, eventually they will just hop to an even better one by their standards. I think this boss is amazing because you're essentially fighting something that's of human nature. It's not just, oh, there's a monster out there, go kill it. This is an emotion, and it's very ugly, and you can tell that by its spider-like form. It's not even a spider. It looks more like Scarlet from Silent Hill Homecoming. And that boss is amazing too. Anyways, I don't particularly remember the mechanics to this boss fight so much. I just remember playing it, so I'm not going to give any comments on that. But as far as I remember, it was a really fun boss, and I liked the aesthetic of it, and just look at it. Look at how cool it is. Alright, that's all I had to say. On to the next boss. Number 2, Broodmother.
Now the pieces fall into place. The Grey Warden comes, the instrument of the Father. Oh, and the Father, he is but a shadow. Oh, how my children protect me. How they love me.
This boss was the start of everything. The reason I like this boss so much is because it talks to you about what happened and how the Darkspawn came about. It may be in the Dragon Age Awakening DLC and not in the main game, but that doesn't mean it doesn't contribute. This particular type of Broodmother, and by the way, Broodmothers are these horrible, ugly things that make Darkspawn. They produce thousands a year. It's terrifying. But this one is special. She is a human Broodmother, also known as just the Mother. Her and the Architect is that dude with the pointy hat right there. I'm not sure if that's a hat or his hair. I kind of want that hair if it is. But anyways, they've been having a long-going conflict. And it's been going on for ages and ages, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. I just want to talk about why I think it's super cool. The reason I think this boss is super cool is just because of the darkness behind it. Not specifically the fact that it's this evil thing, but just the design of it all around. I mean, it has the spider legs, it has the pair of boobs, I think. I suppose. And just like the bloodied up face and the voice matches it so perfectly. I don't think I'd have this any other way. As for the boss itself, I think this was one of the ones that gave me the most difficulty in all of Dragon Age. I'm not joking. I have so many problems because there's a lot of ads in this boss, and on top of that, the boss itself is fairly powerful. And I think maybe I'm just giving her a hard time. Maybe she's not that bad. I mean, if you look past, well, everything.
Love me, love me.
Love me.
You know what? Scratch that last note. She's ugly. Number 1, the Archdemon. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, this game is called Dragon Age. And in the first game, to me, there was a severe lack of dragons, which I guess made them more special. But I never fought Flemeth. So, to this point, I think maybe I'd only seen 1 or 0 dragons. So when I finally got to the Archdemon after dreaming of him over and over and over again, it was probably the most amazing fight I've ever had in Dragon Age. Not because so much the mechanics of it, but I mean, look at that. He just picked someone up, and it's like, oh, I couldn't see who that was. I think it was Alistair. But anyways, it's just, this is what a dragon fight should be like. I should be scared that it's gonna grab one of us. I should be scared that we're gonna be caught on fire. This environment to fight it in is gigantic. It's not a little arena. It has so many different spells and things to use against you. I mean, of course there are ways to exploit it. I've seen some rogues one-shot it, well, not essentially one-shot it, but solo it on Nightmare. But it's not the difficulty that makes the boss, it's the thought and the design behind the boss that makes the boss. So that's just why this is my favorite boss. It's practically just a giant undead dragon. There's so many moves. It has fire breath, it can grab you, it has stuns, it has knockbacks, it has just about everything you can think of. So this also brings up the reason why I don't like the dragon fights in Inquisition, is because there's about 8 or 9, which I mean are a good amount of dragons. I think that's pretty cool. But the problem is, to me, I think almost all the dragons are just like color palette swaps almost with different elements. I mean, I understand that can be cool to a lot of people, but I would actually like to see a lot of different dragons, not just of fire, ice, thunder, all that. I just want to see these awesome types, kind of like the Archdemon. Alright, and that concludes my top 5 Dragon Age bosses. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, it would help me out a bunch to leave a like, or even subscribe for more of this types of stuff. I do mostly Let's Plays, but a lot of time I do lore videos, tutorials, and top 5s. Right now I'm playing through The Witcher Enhanced Edition, and I am playing Pillars of Eternity, so if you're interested in any of that stuff, check it out, please. Thank you for watching. Catch you guys next time.
People live close to the earth and the sky.